Hello, loves. Let's talk about how I made the 4-leaf clover cake. So I took some vanilla cake and I cut them up into heart shapes. I needed 4 of them. Afterwards, I went ahead and I iced each one with just buttercream because I needed to make sure these were going to be sturdy to be able to stand up for what I had in mind. So I iced each one individually. I tried my best to make sure that they were all the same size, same thickness and everything. I really wanted this to work out. And then I went ahead and I covered each one in fondant. I wanted a really bright color because I wanted it to look very cartoonish and to stand out. Now, this is just a cake for the family, so I didn't really care about covering the bottom of it. Had this been in order, I would have cut it off and then placed it on another strip of fondant, so that way the back of the cake would have been covered as well. But I wasn't really worried at this point. So I put all 4 cakes back in the fridge so that they hardened. Then I went on to the hand destroyer, or the extruder is what they call it. And I piped out a very long, thin piece of black fondant. This is how I set up the structure. Once they were nice and firm, I went ahead and I put them next to each other and put a skewer through each one. Now, because the cream was nice and hard and the fondant was hard, it was able to stand on its own. Once I was happy with the bottom 2, I went ahead and I placed the top 2 on it. I steamed the fondant so that they stuck together easily. And then I took the long strip of black rope and basically wrapped it around all the edges to make it look cartoonish. So I outlined the front as well as the sides because I really wanted it to look like it was 3D. And then I painted on the little leaves or the center just to make it look more cartoonish. And of course, I had to add on the additional white highlights because I feel like this really gives it that extra comic or cartoonist edge. This is kind of my favorite part because I feel like I'm just putting the final touches and it really brings it all together. And here is the final product of the 4-leaf clover cake. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I'm going to go ahead and cut this baby up and turn it into cake pops for the family.